I had a non-spoiler review about Superman, David Cornsweet's Superman, Rachel Brosnahan, and I mentioned that my favorite part of the film is actually the interaction between Lois and Clark, especially their apartment scenes. They had another scene in the apartment that was great. The initial scene I liked, which was sexy, and then you found out the problems they had. That was great. And then there was a scene, beautiful scene, where they were talking in the apartment, and in the distance, Guy Gardner and Mr. Terrific was in the background fighting some monster. And Clark was like, they'll handle it. But they're having this like really in-depth conversation, and stuff was happening in the background in the city. It was an amazing shot. So I really enjoyed that part. But another part that I enjoyed, and this is a spoiler, is when Millie Alcock popped up as Supergirl, because you didn't see that coming. Like the film was ending, and then Krypto was around, and all of a sudden she pops up, and it's like, oh, it makes a lot of sense now why Krypto is the way he is. Krypto is the way he is because his owner is messed up too. Now this is a different Supergirl. Now if you are a fan of the Melissa Benoist Supergirl that was on the CW, I really enjoyed Melissa Benoist as Kara. She's fun. Like the first season of Supergirl was probably my favorite because it was on CBS, and Calista Flockhart was on it, and it was a very Devil Wears Prada type situation. It was a very Meryl Streep and Hathaway type of relationship they had. And then you had the interaction between James and Kara, which was an interracial thing going on, because they created a black Jimmy Olsen, which they was going to do a Chris Rock in the Tim Burton Superman, but they got my dude that's on Law and Order now, so he was playing James, and there was like a synergy between James and Kara that was there when it's on CBS, and then they flipped it, and when they moved it to CW, they kind of moved away from James and Kara as a romantic couple and just as friends. So I kind of hated that. And Supergirl over on CW was fine, but again, it was a very Anne Hathaway, geeky, physical comedy type Supergirl. The Millie Alcock Supergirl in Superman 2025 is not like that at all. She is very punk rock, and there was a punk rock theme throughout, because Clark was a fan of punk rock, but almost like pop punk. So Kara seems to be the full-on punk rock cousin of Kal-El. So we'll see how that goes. I think when the film finally comes out, I don't think she's going to be as completely messed up as she comes, because she looks like she just came from partying. I think she did. I think she was coming in from partying, and she was coming back for her dog. Oh my God. It's like, this is an interesting new take. So shout out to James Gunn, man. I don't know. His inspiration of a Krypto is that he had this bad dog that he loved, but the dog was horrible. So I'm interested to see how did this idea from Supergirl pop up, because Supergirl has always been the rational cousin of Clark. She was always like a good girl, and it's almost like, why don't we do something different with her? If Clark's the responsible one, Kal-El's the responsible one, let's make his young cousin just wayward, and he doesn't know what to do with her. So if you didn't see it, I apologize for the spoiler, but if you did see it, let me know, how do you feel about Millie Alcock's version of Supergirl? Are you a bigger fan of the Melissa Benoist Supergirl? Do you want it more like that? Do you think they messed it up by making her kind of like the messed up cousin? And he's like, oh, that's a different take. I didn't see that coming. And does everything about Krypto made sense when she popped up?